And welcome to Grandad Reviews. Today we're going to have a look at these little things, SD cards. I'm on a few groups on Facebook regarding XT3s, and the question that often comes up is what SD card to use with the XT3. So this time I thought I'd have a look at SD cards as regards UHS-I, UHS-II V30 V60, and which is the best in the XT3 just for stills. So the main thing we're testing is how quick the actual card will clear the buffer once it's full. So I've got the XT3, I've set it on electronic shutter, 30 frames a second, so it can fill the buffer the quickest. We'll fire it off until the buffer's full, and the camera comes to either a stop or near enough a stop. Hit a timer and see how quick the buffer clears when the little light goes out. So we'll do that test now, and then we'll stick them in the computer and see how many actual frames we got on each card. So let's do that. Right, this is the setup I'm going to use to check these cards. So we've got a normal UHS-I card, 32 gig. We've then got a V30 UHS-I, 64 gig. We've then got a cheap V60 card, got a mid-range V60 card, mid to high range V60, and we'll see how they work. We've got the XT3. I've got it set on electronic shutter, 30 frames a second to fill the card as quick as possible. We'll hold the shutter down until the camera actually stops or slows down to a very, very slow average. Release the shutter, hit start, and when the light goes out and the buffer's cleared, we'll get a time. So let's start with the first card, which is 32 gig UHS-I basic card. Now the card's in, format it just to make sure it's all cleared, and we're ready to go. So here we go. And set the timer. Now this isn't going to be a perfectly scientific method. Obviously I can't hit the button within the split second that the light stops or starts, but we'll get a reasonable idea of if there's any speed differences. So there we go. We'll call that 113. So we'll go on to the next card. The next card is UHS-I, but a V30. And we'll format that as well. That's all clear. And we'll try this one. And off we go. So the only difference with this card is the speed it's rated at. It's rated at, I'll do a minimum write speed of 30 megabytes a second. So that one came in at 30 seconds, so quite a bit quicker than the previous one. And this time we'll just do cheap V60. So these are meant to be guaranteed 60 megabytes a second, so twice the speed of that V30. So right, we'll format this one. Right, so here we go again. So the cheap V60. We've got 31 seconds. Right, try the next one. Now this time we've got a slightly more expensive V60. This is by Delkin. We'll see how this does. We'll just format this one. Right, so let's have a go with this one. And when we get the cards in the computer, we'll see how many frames each one actually took, because that might be another deciding factor. So slightly dearer one, 21 seconds. Alright, last card. Now this is a Pro Grade V60, and we'll try this one. So that card coming in at 13 seconds. So looking at the figures I've noted there, we've got Pro Grade was the quickest at 13 seconds, Delkin was next at 21, and strangely the UHS-I SanDisk Extreme was third, the Lexar V60 was fourth, and as expected the basic UHS-I was last. So we'll stick them in the computer, see how many frames each one took, and see if that makes any difference. Head to the computer. Right, what we'll do now is take each card, stick it in the reader, and see what images we've actually got on them, how many it took. This is the normal UHS-I, which had the slowest speed, 1 minute 13, and we got 33 images taken in that test. So then we had the SanDisk one, which took 30 seconds to clear. So have a look at that one, and that one we got 33 again, same as the first one. Then we had the Lexar one, 34, so we've got 1 extra on that one. Then we had the Delkin one, let's see what that one did. 33, so I've only got 33 on that one. And finally, ProGrade one. And we got 35 on that, so we've got 2 extra on that particular one. So looking at that, the actual speed of the card made no difference to how many images were actually taken in that burst. But it has made a big difference on how quick the buffer was cleared. So one thing we can take from that is that the advantage you're getting with the faster cards is just how quick the buffer clears. So if you go for a higher spec, I've got the Pro grades, but something around that kind of speed, you're looking at a minute quicker than a very basic UHS-I SD card. But I think probably the best and cheapest option is to go for something like a V30 UHS-I, and you're still clearing that buffer. Well, this one only took 30 seconds, so it was actually, what, the 3rd fastest. That ProGrade is the fastest one. I had a Delkin, which is next, and then we had this one. So it cleared those 33 images out of that buffer in 30 seconds. So I think that's probably your best bet for stills. For video, I still say you should really go for a V60 card, just to be safe. Yes, these V30 ones, you can record at the highest bit rates, but it's not guaranteed. So if you do drop some data, you're going to lose the footage. So I would stick with the V60s, but for stills, yeah, UHS-I V30 card. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Want to see more videos like this? Hit the subscribe button. Want to be notified? Hit that bell button. Till next time, see you later.